man. AI, we're not far away from making our own Doctor Who. Yeah, I've been saying this for a year and a half, and check out these two latest things, which I find absolutely incredible. Check this first one. Oh, we're not far away. We're not far away from making our third Cushing movie, right? Oh, look at that. That's really incredible, right? That is really incredible. But I think this next one is even more incredible, right? This was made from Mid-Journey, I believe. Oh, that's the wrong one. Hang on, we just looked at that. Again, freaking amazing. Doink. Firstly, I love this TARDIS, right? This is the perfect TARDIS for Cushing, right? It's got all the TARDIS-y stuff, but it looks like, it comes from his world. All the wires everywhere and the weird roundels. I love this TARDIS. Right? Oh, look at that. It's even got its performance quite well. We're not far off, mate. That's just freaky. It really is. Excellent job, right? That's just an excellent. That's the perfect TARDIS for Peter Cushing. More of that, please. Right, definitely more of that. Oh, excellent. Fine. So this is a Doctor Who Mid-Journey, which I love this account, right? Oh man, they got some of these things going over here. But they did more of the Peter Cushing Doctor Who's. And I love this. This is, again, fantastic, right? See, this is similar to the video thing we saw. I guess he animated one of these videos, but I think this is so much the TARDIS for Peter Cushing, right? His third movie, this is the TARDIS he should be in. On this one. No, I prefer the other one, right? I prefer the other one. It's fantastic, though, right? And I think, is there more? No, it's the same thing. All right, that's inside Maverick 10 chip. We looked at these yesterday. Is this? Oh yeah, more. I still prefer the one with the big, different colored roundels. Right. That one's very in keeping, isn't it, to the original Cushing movie? Yeah, that's really. I still prefer the earlier one. As is this, but half his face seems to be blown off as he's looking around. Yeah, that's a bit X-Men-y for me. I think is this the one? Yeah, this is the one that I really love. Right, this one just is perfect. I love, and so he animated that one. But yeah, that one's just perfect. Oh, I love it. Poetry running. Take him back to Kemble. I also, did they have more Kemble-based sneaking? All right, so Dalek Master Plan. Oh, that's what it is. He's doing all bits from. Oh man, wouldn't you love to see this? And again, not for long. Not long till we can see it. Oh, it's going to be gorgeous. Man, this stuff is just crazy. Right? The stuff they can do is just crazy. Oh, man. I wish they would post the prompts they use. Right? I bet, yeah. Again, that's what I want you to do. At DW Midjourney, post the prompts you're using to show you how you make this. I know. This is great. Oh, again, I think it's beautiful. That's just me for you. Fine. Vertigo releasing. What was this one? Don't know. This is pretty cool. That's a great Seventh Doctor poster. Right? That looks like one of the Virgin book covers. Is that? This is AI. It's not Daryl Joyce. It's AI, I'm pretty sure. Verging on I won't be taking questions. Verging on slop. The Adventure of Henrietta Street. That was a BBC book story where the Doctor grew a beard to prove he could change. Yeah, fine. Nice Sylvester McCoys. These are working. But I saw some good stuff was at the top. Look at that. That's really like you know, I live in a world that doesn't have enough Sylvester McCoy images, and like having this is really helpful, right? I would use that for stuff. And again, there's tons of stuff here. 2 anniversary of this account. Wow. And again, that's a new still, I guess, because I don't remember ever seeing that one before. Right? It just makes life better. Yeah, these are all AI. Oh, this is great. Finally some more still. Oh, The Year of Intelligent Tigers. That was a Kate Ullman novel. Not her best, I would say. I mean, they're normally good, but like man, she just vanished. Kate Ullman was a great writer. There we go. Fine. So it's all getting a bit samey. I'll go back up to the top in a second. This is Daryl Joyce, right? Go on. There you go. Doctor Who and the Cybermen. Doctor Who and the Chase Through Space. Is that Muppets do Mad Max? That's crazy. Fine. Here, let me get back to the top. Yeah, but I like this this account. So, Grandfather Paradox. Oh, man. So this was the villain in the BBC Books range, who was essentially Paul McGann's Doctor after he destroyed the Time Lords. He became Grandfather Paradox. He was like and he hacked off his hand because that was the hand he used to detonate the control, as I recall. Yeah. And then there was a quite good book called The Infinity Doctors, in which the Paul McGann Doctors stayed on Gallifrey. And yeah, this kind of really nails it, right? It's fantastic stuff. So yeah, look, I'm sorry, I am just a proponent of the AI. I am. Let's have a look at some. We're going to do that, and then I'll show you that unit thing. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff we should look at from Big Finish, but here. What's new in September? Not really interested in any of these things. I will get the Stuff of Legend when they release a live version, right? That sounds interesting to me. I should really buy the third part of Dark Gallifrey. Man, and I guess the Space 1999 range is dead, right? I guess they just killed it. Wait, one sec. But let's look for Unit. I guess Unit New Series is Worlds of Doctor Who, maybe. Unit New Series. There you go. I'll find it here. And I'm like, I just got so bored by Nemesis. Sort by oldest first. And the first story wasn't bad. It was a nesting story, and it was kind of interesting pilot, right? But then they just kind of forgot about it, right? And they moved on, and it just didn't. It was never as interesting, right? Until they got to, man, they're charging $32 for this, $32.90. Are you having a laugh? Unit assembled, right? When you had Silurians and Sea Devils. From the current and the old era, Joe Grant, Sergeant Benton, Mike Yates, Gemma Redgrave. They had the 2 unit crews. This was actually a good one, right? But not worth $32. Are you mind? Right? And I think probably this will be much better than the War Between the Land and the Sea, however, right? I think it'll be much better than that. Second. Let's have a quick look. I got a bunch of trailers here we need to get to. So much stuff. Where is it? Fine. We go to... Here we go. This is so long ago, it's before eating the dogs. Video file. So the first set of the third Doctor and Joe Jones was unlistenable cack, right? Yeah, like it was just woke garbage. So essentially, which I love the premise that the third Doctor shows up and meets Joe Jones, like after her husband's died when she's older, and I thought that was a lovely idea, but it was just kind of like. Did you see the trailer for the season 10 box set where it was like we're 3 seconds in and a couple of we're already dealing with a couple of lesbians. I'm like, maybe we could have 5 minutes in life that isn't about lesbians. Like just like no, it's a lesbian story. I'm like, for fuck's sake, everything's lesbians. Oh, can we just get the sea devil egg? No, we just got to talk about fucking lesbians. Oh God, I hated that thing. Oh, I was so glad when they said they were going to stop making those mini epics, right? Because they just they annoyed me from that moment on. I thought the last one with the leader was pretty darn good, right? But I am way happier that they put the money for that into improving the episodes, right? Anyway, let's have a listen to this, see if it sounds as awful as its predecessor.
There was something else. In the dream, I mean. A sort of feeling. Like.
Okay, firstly, it's a good trailer because we straight away we hear Joe Grant, right? Here's the only thing we're interested in. The Doctor and Joe Grant, right? That we're not interested in building up with telling us about characters we don't know about. The Doctor and Joe Grant, right? That's what we're interested in. And that you're starting with that is good.
Something was going to happen. Something bad. Like something was coming.
From Big Finish Productions, Doctor Who, The Third Doctor Adventures, The Quintessence.
So that's a shit title. I will start with that. But like, is something coming? Is it more lesbians? Is that what's coming? Because it seems to be the answer to most things right now is lesbians, right? Are lesbians coming? I mean, good for them, darling. Are they scissoring in the TARDIS? Is that why they're coming? Because they're scissoring in the TARDIS. Or they... Let's find out. Something sinister coming. The lesbians.
Joe, Nathara Reach is a storm world light years away from the nearest Earth colony. So?
What is a Victorian manor house doing smack bang in the middle of it?
Exactly.
Well, let's find out, shall we?
Oh, now it doesn't sound like it's going to be woke, but the first one was so fucking woke, I'm scared.
I can see it even when I close my eyes. I see it in my dreams.
Watch out!
Doctor, it's fine.
You will be like us.
Isn't it difficult being all alone out here?
But we haven't been alone, not really.
That sounds like a Cyberman story.
Angels are with us.
It gets hard to know what's real and what I've only dreamt.
Angels?
Did they send you to us, Joe?
I've only done what I had to do to save her life.
Watching over us.
One of the most dangerous creatures in the universe.
Yeah, I'm kind of fine with that, I think, maybe.
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
Human life is short. The Cybermen will correct this.
I mean, I'm always a bit of a sucker for a cyber tale. Oh, now I'm going to look it up. You slut. Don't make me want you. Don't make me want you. I can't think of this one. Let's have a look. There's the Quintessence. Okay, the Quintessence is a shit title. By the way, Ethan Buckholder is here in the chat. You sent me a message and I've been a bit swamped. I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet. I will get to it, right? I will get to it, and I do apologize. Sexy men with chest hair. I approve that. Okay, I don't know what we're talking about, but fine. So who's writing this? Stuart Pringle and Lauren Mooney. Never heard of either of them. And so is it Quintessence? Is there 2 stories in it? The Doctor and Joe arrive at always a Victorian manor house perched in possibly distant storm world of Nethera Reach. The trouble is they've done that before, like a lot of times, actually, more than once. Greeted by the peculiar Pepperdines, a couple frantic with worry about their ailing daughter, they disclose the terrible secrets hiding in the panelled walls behind the gruesome paintings. Secrets that will bring the Doctor and Joe face to face with the most ancient and implacable enemies, and put their relationship with Joe at the ultimate test. So it's all one story. How many episodes is it? It's 3 discs, so I guess 6. It's either 6 or 7 parter. I don't know. But I think if you're really breaking the format that way, they should just be disc-long episodes, like an hour-long episodes. And do you do... What theme tune do you do as well? I guess you do the traditional one. But if Joe's old now, I just imagine a special... I don't know. This whole thing confuses me, right? The whole thing confuses me. The other thing out this month is this one, the Great Beyond. And I'm just... I'm really just very, very burnt and tired on these. Like my feeling is that I have a great collection of Doctor Who audios. None of these things seem worth the while or spending the money to add to it, right? But let's look at the trailer, right? Maybe they'll talk me around. Who knows or dares to dream?
Power blocks, fingers poised to annihilate each other. Nothing changes.
Which are you?
I'm glad I said nothing changes, because that's exactly what I just felt when you were saying it.
Universalist or Scarlet Thread?
From Big Finish Productions, Doctor Who, The Fifth Doctor Adventures, The Great Beyond.
This is Beyond.
You said no one comes back from this place, Ocean.
This place is full of war criminals, murderers, creatures who've laid waste to vast tracts of space.
So again, is this all one long story? Okay.
This is your internment area.
The wall's changed. It's come in 6 inches.
New configuration. Constant adjustment. Beyond in flux.
And as it changes, it moves across the surface of the planet.
I've escaped from a lot of locked rooms in my time, Nisla. How do you escape from a prison that's constantly evolving new ways to keep you inside?
Everything's turned upside down in Beyond. Execution isn't something you avoid.
Presumably because the alternative is too horrible to contemplate.
His eyes, staring at nothing.
So he's in this prison, I guess?
It's all right, I've got you. I went to nowhere, and nothing was there to greet me.
It's come very early for him.
Nowhere.
Revised sentence. Execution.
Emptiness.
Walk in forever.
Blackness.
Brace yourselves!
Nothing.
It's time to start making a new life for ourselves. We're all permanent inmates of Beyond now.
It's an interesting idea, but again, I mean, it is an interesting idea. I think I'd rather read it as a book.
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
Let's read it. Like, who's writing it? It was always my first question. James Kettle. He's not bad, but like, and this is also 3 discs long and a single story. I kind of like. That's not true. I like that with the War Doctor, which I feel it's like, moving on. But the strength of Big Finish has always been emulating the era accurately, right, rather than reinventing the era. So the Doctor has been sent to Beyond for the rest of his natural lives. In the years after the devastating Intergalactic War, a prison facility was set up on a distant planet to preserve the fragile peace. The most dangerous form of combatants are sentenced to life beyond, like the notorious Starclear sisters, whose involvement on both sides of the war is the stuff of legend, as well as a certain Time Lord with a reputation for interfering in things that don't concern him. So again, this doesn't sound great, as it doesn't sound like it fits neatly into the Sixth Doctor, the Fifth Doctor's era, right? And again, they're the ones that I think work the best, and the ones that the further you go away from that, I think these are the ones that work the least. But there's something else on the planet too, something that it's got to be like it would have worked in the TV landscape of the era. There's something else on the planet, something that adds an infinite variety of agony to every life sentence on Beyond, and makes the inmates wish for the comfort of death, because that's what's coming to all those who stay too long in Beyond. Is almost too hideous to contemplate, alive and conscious, deprived of your senses and all movement, just locked alone in darkness that lasts forever. Well, that sounds awful. Again, yeah, I'm sorry. It's not good enough to suck me in. Genuinely, sadly, I wish it was, but it's really not. Right? And again, I got so much great Doctor Who. This Fifth Doctor. This is just redundant, right? To me, anyway. It just doesn't do it for me. It's a shame, really, because I would much rather recommend it. And now with the Fourth Doctor, is this the final part at last? But I do like Harry Sullivan in the Dominator thing. This is the final part of Sullivan and Cross, their ongoing storyline, which has bored me to bloody tears. Don't Face the Storm. That's the first part. And Volume 14. What's coming out? March 2025. Who's in it with him? Thank God. Blank slate. We will find out. I wonder how long, because if they're down here, they've probably been written and recorded, right? June 2025. September 2025. Okay, so they could up until the end of next year. But again, I feel like I got enough really good Doctor Who, like so much that I don't really need more. I kind of want to get the Eternity Club, but I honestly I have to finish listening to Susan's War first. I haven't got to that. And the problem I had with the Jerry Anderson books is who's reading them, right? Nicholas Briggs doesn't sound like you need that. You need Stryker's voice for it, right? No, that's not Nicholas Briggs, sadly, right? So I don't think I'm going to get Third Doctor Quintessence, right? I don't think that. Yeah, I think I'm probably out of the Eternity Club as well. Jenny Doctors, well, fuck off. The further I can get away from Georgia Tennant, the better. And Uncharted, I was like, here, do I have the trailer for that as well? No, I don't think so. Probably not out yet. But like, yeah, I don't know. It's I'm bored with it. So that's the bottom line, right? I'm bored with it. Sirens of Time, they're re-releasing it. Again, I just hope they do something that grabs my attention. Oh, fuck off with that. Monster Future, no way. I hope they do something interesting with the Seventh Doctor. I always love the Seventh Doctor. And they must be using AI in their covers now, right? There must be AI being used in that, right? I defy them not to. Genuine, there must be AI being used in that. It kind of looks that way. Why wouldn't you, right? Really, like just why wouldn't you? Anyway, so nothing coming up. Looks like for the rest of the year, that's like, maybe there's another War Doctor thing. That's I always like. Silence of Time. Yeah, no, snooze. Eight Doctor, Deadly Strangers. More, they bounce around Paul McGann's Doctor with so many things. More Audacity. No, Audacity is the worst character in the man. This is something I'll buy. Fourth Doctor, Curse of Time. That looks pretty good. War Doctor Rises also good. Fine. Okay, you got me for two more things this year. Okie dokie. Fine. So what was I going to look at? there's so many bonkers things. Let's start with Rusty Davies' column first, right? That's always a relatively annoying place to start. Nope, speaking of relatively annoying, man. Like, why would you want to make a gay, the gayest Marvel show ever? Like, how do you think it's going to work out? It's so dumb, right? It's so dumb. It actually hurts me, right? It really is. It's so unbelievably painful. Rusty Davies. Oh, fuck off, Russell. What bullshit are you going to spin today? Right? I preferred it was called production notes as well. Now it's just called From the Showrunner, or is it just Rusty Davies? Man, they dumbed it down further. That, by the way, what's his name? This guy over here. He played the American general in it before. So is he going to play that again? I don't know. Is it the same character? I don't really care. Lessons to be learned this month. If you're a Doctor Who showrunner, always carry a pen. If you're a fan, don't forget your scarf. How about this? Don't make Doctor Who queer shit. How about don't forget that, right? Make that a rule. Don't make Doctor Who queer shit. Do you think that'll work out? No? Okay. Autographs. I have rules for autograph. Never refuse to sign one. I think it's very good of you. Never. Never charge for an autograph, ever. I want to be annoyed with Russell, but boy, did he open up with a bunch of stuff I agreed with very strongly right there. I mean, yeah. I really think that's the right attitude to have. Like, if somebody is impressed with you enough, yeah, and your work, and they like your work, they want an autograph, it seems like you're being a dick, really. Right, I don't want to sound grand. Most days this doesn't matter, but some days I do that. But some days I'm the Doctor Who man in the Doctor Who place. Well, he is the Doctor Who man, right? Fine. Come back. Where are we up to? The rules are needed. And yeah, it's amazing how often we forget. Like like with the proms, we organize the Daleks and peg dolls. We filmed Jinx Monsoon. Oh, fuck off. Oh, I don't think Jinx Monsoon is appropriate to have in a family production, or anybody who regales you with stories of fucking a stranger and losing a condom up their ass, right? It's just me for you, right? We've got Murray and Sigun. Oh, God, please. I say we. Julie Gardner was the powerhouse behind all this. And yet somehow, yeah, we forgot the autograph thing. Well, here's the thing, though. And it's such a shame. Like, they just planned as if Doctor Who was going to be incredibly successful. And now it isn't. It just looks kind of like, well, that's odd. So I arrive and we got a box. Very nice, except the box is behind a low wall right in front of the stalls. No gap. No distance, no hiding. So I get seen. And people converge. And I'm like, oh, rule number one. But the thing is, when you see signings at conventions and shops, they're very well organized. There are staff lines, protocols. Now it's just me. Okay, the rest of the Doctor Who team are there. It's Phil Coulson's birthday, so they're cutting a giant cake with a butter knife, leaving me with no pen. No pen. That's rule. That's rule 0. Have a pen. Well, I guess so. Hey, Daisy. Dog just came down to say hello. How you do, darling? Good doggy. So I'm like, anyone got a pen? Anyone got a pen? They go, Russell, mate. This is again, I don't want to be such a dick, but they're saying this is both self-aggrandizing and boring. All right? I don't know. It's like you've been getting writing lessons from Chibnall. Okay, so he's looking for a pen. Anybody got a pen? I mean, it's better than when he's looking for like glitter spray about whatever it was earlier this year. I grabbed the many different biros and other people queuing. Swapping pens adds 20 seconds to every signature. God, I hate these gold highlighters. They're hot and noisy, and I'm leaning over a wall, and somebody wants me to write their name, but they whisper. What do you say, Jane, Jenny, whisper, Jeannie, like a lamp. Whisper, can you smell it? Whisper, I'm really, really sorry. Apparently not. Okay. And again, if Doctor Who wasn't so god awful, this would be a charming story, wouldn't it? Of him being just nice, right? Shouted. Other people try and help her by shouting, except they can't hear either. They're just saying G, J, Jen, Jan, Zen. What the hell is your name? An agent sitting next to me also represents Sally Wainwright. I say, I bet Sally doesn't get this on Gentleman Jack. And my agent says, oh, she does. And she goes on buses with them. What? I guess she goes on like tours or whatever. Again, is Gentleman Jack another show about queer people cross-dressing? Because, like, you know, that's a really, really strong recurring theme in TV right now. Behind me, official appear to say that I'm breaking the health and safety regulations and have to stop. But rules 1 and 2 say I can't. I try and explain by yelling, "How do you spell Zimona?" Like that, it turns out. I say, in full honesty, I'm not breaking the rules. The situation is breaking the rules. Phil waves a butter knife and says, "Do you want some cake?" Yes, always yes, the cake. Julie's whispers in a low grey voice, "You really need to stop because I haven't told you. There's me, the low wall, and Q, but sitting under the low wall is sitting under the low wall is a row of innocent people who are now being queued upon. It's not safe. I'm not stopping." Well, you sound like a bit of a dick then, Russell. I'm sorry. Like, what if it collapses and all the people die? Okay. Yeah, okay. This is Rusty Davies to the bloody T. Starts with a good idea, a good moral plan, right? And then is a fucking moron, gets confused, does the opposite of what he wants to do, right? This is exactly what he did with Doctor Who. Like, you know, you want to be inclusive, you end up driving everybody away. We have to stop when the show begins, but Catherine takes us on stage and says that I'm here. I wave back. 2,000 people wave back. I wave right. I wave to the right. 2,000 people wave back. My agent mutters, "You just showed them where you are." Oh, okay. How's that a bad thing? So come to the interview, and Usher pops into the box. She's Ashen. They're forming queue in the corridor. I'm trapped. The low wall of the corridor. I say, "Rule number 1." Okay, and I go into the corridor and I look right, and the queue curves around to its outer sight. Then I realize it's a circular building, and I look left, and there's the end of the queue. Gulp. I side. But again, this is a bit like self-flagellating, isn't it? I mean, it's like, "Oh, I'm so fucking marvelous." Oh, Russell, calm down. Fine. So, sorry, marvelous. Marvelously, a man says, you can keep my Sharpie." "Oh, I love you, Mr. Man. Thank you." 15 minutes, they say, says the usher. I can do in 50. I can do the 15 minutes, but then someone wants a hug. "Oh God, do we hug now?" No, so it's COVID. Say you got AIDS. Okay, anything not to hug. Right. See, I'm cancer. That people don't like to hug people with cancer. This is all very bad advice I'm giving you, by the way. Where am I? I can do this in 15 minutes from hugging, but as a good 30 seconds to each signature. Hug sign, hug sign. One man extraordinarily walks past the entire queue, gives me his program. I dumbly sign. He walks away and nobody objects, simply because he's dressed as Tom Baker. The power of that costume. Well, I can understand that. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Back to the box for the second half. The officials want a word. They really need to be clear the building at the end of the day. How do we get out? the door. Swung herself in a cello case. No one laughs. But Jane Chandler is wise. Well, not from what I've seen from the Doctor Who she's been making. And has made nifty escapes in her time. She says, the loading bay. What is this? A Federation shuttle? Wait, are you on a Star Destroyer? Yeah, we'll get out via the loading bay. Right? That's my favorite part of the day. Huge loading bay doors. Okay, there is a loading bay, which open up to a ramp, and there's a problem. No cars or taxis are allowed on the ramp, or they get an instant fine. So we have to walk. The ramp leads up the road to the left. The Albert Hall. Where fans are queuing to the right, freedom and a pub. Well, the pub sounds good. Man, after reading this, I could go for a pint and a ploughman's. Oh, I like a ploughman's lunch for me. Where are we up to? But this is the best bit. Don't say a word, we are told. Don't let them hear you, or they'll descend. I say, this is a zombie movie. They say shush, but no. You are saying if we make a noise, they'll get us. Actually, seriously, probably like a zombie movie. Shush. We have to creep out in silence, scared like we're in a zombie movie. Okay, I get it. You're famous. I forgot to say, my arthritic knee, I guess, got crushed in the low wall debacle at Health and Safety, you see. So I'm leaning on Anita Thompson. She's 4'2". Well, isn't Brian May there to help you? You could, use his hair for a soft landing. I'm 27 feet tall, and I'm using her as a crutch. I promise I won't make a sound, Dobbs. I will swallow the pain. Anita's hooting and starts to tell me about the time that again. The stories of Russell having a great show busy time. It's just a bit irritating, frankly. Nina is literally shush. She grips my arm, and we creep onwards in silence. We tiptoe up the ramp. We reach in the road. We turn right. We can smell booze and a sausage roll. That sounds so good. And there's a glint of beer in a garden fairy light. We're almost there. Well, Keir Starmer turns up, who I'm sure you all voted for. Say no joy for you. No cigarettes, anybody. Everybody go home. Russell from the left. They see me. I turn to our brave little team. A tear glistening in Anita's eye. Julie and Jane clutching at the Phil, clutching at his big gay cake. Is Phil gay as well? Oh God! Why is everybody? Maybe there's an over gay going on. I say nobly, go without me, my friends. I'll only hold you up. I'll fight them off and you gain some time. Goodbye. They run, crowds descend. They put a high, wide shot. I disappear beneath writhing bodies, ready to Sharpie to the end. My last words ringing out. Is that Sean or Cian? Claire with an eye, or Claire without. And do you realize how many versions of Kerry there are? Again, an amusing, generally amusing anecdote, just very self-aggrandizing, and just everything out from right now just annoys me, right? I find him an annoying guy. And, the charming doesn't really help you get through how insanely annoying he is. Speaking about being insanely annoying, Toxic Fandom, I'm back. Doctor Who, William Hartnell was never considered the first Doctor. Yes, he was. You dumb, ignorant, lying fuck. Oh, for goodness sake. You fuckwit cunt. Oh, can you just shut the fuck up? Oh, what about when Patrick Troughton started? Was he considered the first Doctor then? Oh. Okay, let's read the bullshit. Doctor has been through several iterations of the titular Time Lord since it began in 1963. Yeah, I would say 13. Am I saying right? 13. Okay, we have 7, I know. 8. No, okay, I'll resume it. We have 7. I'm reading up, going from action here. 7, 8, Ward 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes, including Capaldi 13. Right, including War Doctor Capaldi 13. I'm also understanding because William Hartnell's Doctor, the original version, to be the first Doctor. That's technically not true. No, that technically is true. You're just an ignorant cunt. Throughout the show's extensive history, there have been plenty of different writers and showrunners in charge of the project. Each one made dramatic changes to the canon that make it somewhat difficult to understand exactly where every single version of the Doctor sits in the timeline. No, it's very simple. William Hartnell was the first one. Patrick Troughton's the second. John Pertwee is the third. Tom Baker's the fourth. Peter Davison is the fifth. Colin Baker is the sixth. Sylvester McCoy is the seventh. Paul McGann is the eighth. I will say, what's his name? Is the John Hurt is the ninth, and I will accept that insertion. And Chris Eccles is he calls himself the ninth. David Tennant 10th. Matt Smith 11th, and 12th, or whoever he wants to call himself, Peter Capaldi. Right? It's very simple. Right? They were one after the other. After we saw it happen. Right? Plenty of different. Okay, yeah, and some to make such a pig's ear of it, they are erased from all time from canon. Like Jodie Whittaker. And it's good she's erased because she was shit as a Doctor. Thankfully, Doctor Who is a show with an immense fan base and a very active community that helps answer all these questions. However, there are some questions in the show that even most vocal audiences don't know the answer to. Really? Really? I'm getting a feeling that you're the one who might not know the answer. Fuckface moron, right? That's what I'm getting the feeling of, right? The Doctor's true name for one. Well, again, we're not supposed to know that. If you know that, it gets boring. And the confusing history of regeneration. It's not confusing. William Hartnell regenerated Patrick Troughton. Right? It's not. We didn't see Pertwee to Troughton Pertwee, but heavily intimated. Right? I don't think there was any. We got the season 2B. Was it the season 6B stuff going on there? But that's about it. Which I've always found quite good. There's not confusing at all. We've seen them all. It's raised several questions, but the most fascinating one regarding the Doctor's incarnation before the narrative of the show begins. With audience had previously been trapped by the question, it seems to have been answered by an old Doctor Who magazine. Really? The Brain and Morbius confirms there were Doctors with Hartnell. No, they confirm they are having a bit of a laugh. Right? That's really what it was. They're having a bit of a laugh. Right back then, right? Brain and Morbius, the show was how old? Less old than it is now since the revival. It was Morbius is season 13, right? That makes it 13 years old. That's not hard, right? So it's considerably less old than it is now, and it wasn't like a big tradition thing. There wasn't an idea of law or canon then. It was just a bit of a laugh. Very obviously, right? Very obviously. Braden Moses is frequently cited as one of the best classic episodes of Doctor Who. That's fair enough. Even that's the story. There's 4 episodes. But several also includes a fascinating detail along with that's long left audience confused. During one psychedelic moment, no, it's not psychedelic, the show includes multiple unknown faces that are implied to be previous versions of Doctor. Yes, that is the implication. Again, they were having a laugh. The excerpt from an old Doctor Who magazine confirms that. Well, again, that's the implication. I understand that. At least originally, these faces were intended to be previous faces of the Doctor. Yeah, that's back before canon was what it was. Right? This has been a speculative point within Doctor Who fan base for a long time. with most agreeing these versions couldn't exist because the Time Lord only given 12 regenerations, ignoring the time of the Doctor. However, one excerpt from an old Doctor Who magazine confirms that at least originally these faces were intended to be previous versions of the Doctor. Well, are we going to see where like, what is it? Like, let's see this in Doctor Who magazine. Pictures belong to other members of the Doctor Who production team who volunteered their faces for previous sources of protagonists. Oh. We're not source X. Yes, right. Are you saying Douglas Campfield is an early Doctor? No, it was a bit of a laugh. That's all it was. The fact that none of these are actually actors. Like, let's say they were going to do that today. They would all be huge, famous actors. All right? That's the only way they would possibly do it. It was just a bit of a laugh. Right? None of it's real. It's... And also, it's from a 1975 Doctor Who magazine. Are you stupid? There's no validity at all. These pictures belong to the other members of the Doctor Who production team who were volunteers. Yeah, exactly. Although debates around the issue has settled since Shomron officially wrote the pre-Hartnell Doctors in the show. No, we decanonize it. Everything after Capaldi isn't canon. It's just the way it is, mate. And you can lay on the ground and you can shout and scream and cry as much as you want. You know, one of the many things that really sank this era, the queer era, is its insistence on tying itself to the previous era. Or canonizing. And again, all they did was decanonize themselves, right? And they would have done it anyway with all the relentless queerness, right? But I mean, that's really all they achieved was decanonizing themselves. So yeah, I mean, like, this guy is just a lying cunt, essentially. This is essentially confirms that the show's intention is to introduce previous incarnations. Okay, you're being a bit disingenuous. Will the Morbus Doctors ever appear again? No, because they don't. I mean, maybe, but they don't really exist. 60th version of Doctor played by the production team that almost certainly won't appear in the show anytime soon. However, that doesn't mean that Doctor Who won't at least mention them. Yeah, and again, go ahead. They got like what one season left. How many? We got 9 episodes, 9 or 10 episodes till this era's over. Because let's be real, it's not getting renewed by Disney. It's doing shit. The reason it's doing shit is because it is shit. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's too obsessed with being bloody queer to be any good. And that doesn't mean I hate gay people. I just hate it being queer. Why does Doctor Who need to be queer? You weirdos. Future Doctor divisional subplot was shit, but wasn't like Rusty Davies was ever interested in showing. No one's ever interested in showing it. It's shit. Boink. We have a bit of Doctor Who news. We go over Doctor Who. Where is it? Doink. We got 2 things actually. Have we got a cover release for the Jodie, the War Doctor, the Fugitive Doctor? Nice cover. Okay, look, I mean, honestly, it's a nice cover. They could use some more images, right? Alice Cridge, they're putting the Daleks in because they want people to buy it. Okay, yeah, this looks awful. Let's read about this. It looks like Big Finish is going to be Big Finish is doing its part to get us that Jodie Whittaker, Joe Martin team up we've all been hoping for. Nobody's hoping for it. Earlier today, the Audio Drama Production Powerhouse announced that the future Doctor Joe Martin will be returning in January 2025 for Fugitive Doctor Most Wanted. Well, they already announced this a long time ago, like years ago. Over the course of 3 exciting audio adventures, 3 exciting audio, Bollocks Doctor will go one-on-one with the ruthless bounty hunter, a mythical Russian witch, and the evil, and even the Daleks. Oh, what a shock. Meanwhile, the Doctor is doing all of this while trying to stay one step ahead of the timeline agent, Alice Cridge. I think that's pretty good casting, Alice Cridge. Best in a role as a ball queen. Doing these audios has been super fun. Nobody's ever going to know. Nobody's ever going to listen to it. She's gung-ho, but there's a softer side to her with these episodes. The listeners will hear her vulnerability, don't care, I'm not going to listen to it. Her kindness, don't care, and her loyalties. She's a lone wolf, and that can't be easy. Oh well, you'll get over it, darling. Martin shared that about listeners will learn about the future. Let's get a third box set is the question. Well, it's got to. I mean, really? That'll be such an embarrassment. It's got to. Where we at? We'll learn the Fugitive Doctor. We'll learn about the Fugitive Doctor. Now, here's a look at the overviews for the 3 adventures. Still a good cover, I have to tell you. That is a good cover, and I'm sure it's using AI, but yeah, that is a good cover. And they use the old school Daleks and a bit of Dalek bout action. Don't make me want you. Fast Times. The mysterious division tries to arrest their equally mysterious agent, the Doctor. She evades capture and heads out in search of answers. But the trouble is never far behind. Captured by bounty hunters, imprisoned in a maximum security Hulk ship, the Doctor is about to learn there's no time to stand still when you're a fugitive, and times are about to get very fast indeed. I gotta tell you, I bet this actually, as a standalone thing, as if it was like Elseworlds Doctor, Unbound, I think it will be much better, which is essentially what it is. The Legend of Baba Yaga by Roshunda Patel. On the run from the Time Lords, and serious need to help the Doctor heads to 17th century Russia for the legendary witch of Slavic folklore, Baba Yaga, while trying to gain assistance from the powerful entity. The Doctor finds herself embroiled in events from the most famous Baba Yaga tales when she tries to help a beautiful young woman called Vassila. This sounds like shit. Retrieve a burning ember to save her family from a bitter Russian winter. What is real? What is fantasy? When will the Doctor ever be able to tell the difference in time? I'm kind of bored by that. The Dimension of Lost Things by Lisa McClellan. Fleeing Cosmo. That must be the time of the Division agent. I hate the Division. The TARDIS gets sucked into a temporal plug hole, and the Doctor emerges into a weird landscape, finding other lost souls from a mountaineer George Galloway and a scavenger Athena. The Doctor soon stumbles across more surprising denizens from this strange dimension herself. With Cosmo still okay, so there's more than one of herself. With Cosmo still in pursuit, the memory stealing winds threatening to wipe her mind for good. The Doctor senses a complex trap, but whose trap is it? And can she possibly escape? That actually sounds like a good story as well. I'm sad it's good. It's flawed, in of its very essence, sadly. And for me, it will never be listenable. But man, they're making a good go of it, right? They are making a good go of it. Good for them. Who's producing that series? Let's have a look. 1 second. This is by who's the production on it? Oh, hello, Whitey. How you doing? David Richardson. It says like the regular people. Dominic Martin's the assistant producer on it. Well, again, good for them. They are giving it a lot of welly. This is they haven't announced when the second one is, and hello, darling. All right, hey, Whitey, want to come here? Hello. Yes, you're a good kitty. Yes, you're a good kitty. Sorry. And also we have, where is it? Casting news, right? I'm really dreadfully bored about that, right? Doctor repeatedly taps Archie Panjabi as season 2 villain. Rusty Davies, Shooting Hour, Millie Gibson, Veranda Suthu, starring Doctor Who, has reportedly tapped Archie Panjabi as season 2. Is she an overarching villain? I mean, there's only 8 stories, right? So it's like, I don't know. She's not going to be around that long. Is it going to be for one story? If this is like a guest star for one story, who gives it? Why is this even a story? This is a real who gives a shit moment. I mean, genuinely, who gives a shit? Weird but true. Is set as a fine. So we're with it. Even with 3 months to go until Nicola Coughlin's Derry, starring Stephen Moffat and Alex Powell directing Christopher Joyce of the World hit screen. Yeah, nobody cares about Doctor anymore. Deadline Holiday has an exclusive report on the important casting move for the second season of showrunner. Blah 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 blah. So the Emmy award winning Archie Panjabi. Now this is really terrible, but this is because it's the world we live in today. Is she an Emmy award winner because she's good, or is she an Emmy award winner because she's not a non-white female? A non-white, non-male, a non-white male. That's what. Yeah. Is that why she won the Emmy? And it's sad to say, but probably yes. Right? That probably is the reason. And it is. It's sad to say, but yeah, and it's sad that I have to have that. You know that I even have that question, right? And that this is what DEI gets you, right? DEI gets you, even if that she got this job through talent, right? It's still going to be questioned. It's always going to be questioned now because most of them don't. Frankly, most people who are non-white males get their job because they're non-white bloody males. Segun Akinura, for example, right? Like he would never have got the job doing Doctor Who music if he was white, right? And called Reg Smith from Clapton, right? That would never have happened. It's because they're all racist, essentially. So anyway, so we got this woman, Archie. What's her name again? Archie Panjabi. Okay, The Good Wife and Under the Bridge. Set as the villain upcoming season. No specific details were given about regarding character. This is just boring. Is it the Rani? Who cares? Neither BBC or Doctor or Disney Plus will comment. Disney Plus is like, I don't give a shit. We'll put it on when it's ready. Yeah, at the times we like. Previously, Rusty Davies has teasers to drop during the show official podcast. More on that in a minute. Oh, yeah, please, is there any need? And he had. I'm falling asleep reading this. It's so boring. And he had more to add in the show's official behind-the-scenes featurette of Empire Death. Speaking of boring and stupid, man, and it really was. Near the end of the video, David says, "Now that the Doctor Voyager's forward, I'm guessing where what happens to the Doctor every so often. Christmas, here comes Christmas. I can't give much away, okay, but work has begun already, and it's mad. It's one of the maddest Christmas. Will you stop with that? Fuck it, it's the maddest ever. Every fucking thing is the maddest ever. I'm sorry. I watched School Reunion, right? And you weren't saying that was the bestest fucking ever. It was just, you just made a good story. Stop sucking your own fucking dick constantly. Oh, fuck. The self-flagellation pain in the ass. It's just enough already. Oh, genuinely enough already. Oh, it's epic. Oh, really? What a shock! It goes to so many different places. It's a great story of who the Doctor is when he's alone. Fuck me. When Shooter's Doctor's alone, he's just putting different things up his arse. That's what's going on. K9, stay back. While the segment itself may be a bit dated, filming special was happened a few months ago. The description of the episode is a pretty intriguing one. One where we can add to the other clues out there so far. Even though we have a few months to go till the process of the first season, the storyline threads that are carrying into season 2. Let's not forget we're going to have a new camera over either C3 John and TARDIS. Yes, we know that. It's never too early to preview what's to come. Okay, can you just what do you do? And now the next sentence we're going to be doing the shit. I'll get up and put fucking. Actually, we got shortly after the finale aired. We went for actual footage, but David did appear on the official podcast and teased about Mrs. Flood and Ruby's story being far from over. Oh, God. That was it. That's what you kept me around for, really, and just. Oh, fuck off. So this bird is in Doctor Who. Bloody hell. That was a lot of work to get there, darling. That was a lot of work to get there. Fuck me. Oh, man, you just melted my brain. Oh, everything's the best as fucking ever. Can't stand it. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. And ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.